My testimony.
Okay.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and members of the James A. Hendricks School of Leadership on YouTube. Today I want to talk to you about an important topic. How our tests lead to our testimonies. Some of you guys don't know this. James A. Hendricks School of Leadership was my first YouTube channel. It was originally under my name. And then in 2022, I thought about how much I love the school I received my political science degree from, Texas Tech. So I dedicated that one channel to it and the leadership skills I learned there. But beyond extolling Texas Tech, I want to extol the Lord and my God and my King for helping me develop my testimony through testing. In January 2018, let me go back. Last Sunday in my men's group, we were talking about how the Lord has promises. And one of the men in my men's group says, well, what if we get tested? Sometimes people's testimony is in trouble. I said that may be the case, but how well do we fortify our testimony? And I told them about the same thing that in longer form I'm going to tell you guys. January 2018, I was on cloud nine. I was getting ready on the 12th of January to make a speech at the Midland Centennial Library. January 6th. It's a major area conference of the church. I'm helping the guys put up chairs. All of a sudden, one of them slammed down, boom, right on one of my toes. I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, okay, I'm a little banged up, but I'll be okay. I'll make the speech. I'm fine. I got this. I'm on top of the world. Then my mother got sick. And that same night, I was sent over to my nephew's house to have dinner. Coming back, the porch light was dim. It was dark, and there was no moon, just clouds. I thought I was stepping on the stairs. I fell right off his porch and broke my leg. For 18 hours, I was scared out of my mind. In the ambulance, I was singing to block the fear. And the paramedics were like, what the heck are you doing? Why are you singing? I said, stops the pain, stops the fear. With exception to when they were prepping me for surgery and during surgery, for 18 hours I was scared out of my mind. Infections set in, tests and more tests. Eventually I was taken to, I had gone to Middle Memorial when I broke my leg, and they took me to a rehab facility in Midland. And it took a while for them to get approval for me to start physical therapy. And I was doing so good. And then Palermo, I had a near fall. Part of it was because I couldn't even stand. I had a couple of accidents. Wound up back in the middle of Memorial Hospital with pneumonia. My bishop at the time, who is now living in Utah, rushed to my side and said, don't you dare give up on me, Jimmy. You are going to get up and walk one of these days. Well, it took me a little while, but I did. The facility was not certain coming in, y'all, as to when I was going to walk again. And they said, oh, Jimmy, we're not sure. We need to get you out of the boot first. They just kept on making excuses to keep me there. Well, my friend the bishop came to the rescue and got me out. What resulted from that? 6 months later, I started my own podcast, Empower Your Pattern. And in July of 2018, I got my book self-published, yet after another cataclysmic accident. The book is called The Winning Personality, a values-based approach to entrepreneurship in this economy. There cannot be no testimony without a test. Oh, but if God's promise doesn't come true right away, and I get severely tested, I can test my testimony. It won't go well. No, don't do that. Please, come on now. I know better than that. Because I'll tell you something. The school district of Ector County labeled me as mentally challenged. No hope of a normal education. I fought that. The state said he's socially and emotionally immature and therefore unfit for college. Guess what? I fought that. One of the things that they used to mock it was at the time I had political aspirations. People can mock you and test you all at once. The devil can mock you and test you all that he wants. But where do we stand? Where do we stand in our faith? Where do we stand in our habits? Think about it. I stand with the Lord when he says, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow after me. That is something he would say about success habits. Is that the first thing in your day needs to be centered around him. I open up my scriptures first thing in the morning, regardless of what tests are. And I've been tested a lot. I have bipolar disorder. Sometimes it's been testing me just a tad bit lately, but I'm not letting nothing knock me down because of 4 words: no test, no testimony. Therefore, this is what I have to offer. Standing true and tall in what I believe. Because this is my test, my testimony. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters and James A. Hendricks School leadership. God bless you. I love y'all.